Hey, how you going? Work's all finished for a bit. We're going fishing. So we're going to head up to Kununurra and put the tinny in the lake and have a look around there and get down to the bottom of the Ord. Hopefully we'll get some silverfish. A bit of luck. First we got a little bit of maintenance to do. So I've done the vehicle. The trailer bearings are done. Put new shockies on the trailer. And we're just going to give the motor a bit of a service. Impeller and oils. We got up about 3 AM, headed off down the road. Not too many animals on the road. We had the road pretty much lit up. You want to be careful driving around out here at night. Cattle on the road, pretty bloody dangerous. A few guys now have been smashed by them. If you're going to be driving around at night up here, it's so dodgy. Just make sure your vehicle's lit up pretty good. We got HIDs on the front, spot beams, and then up on the roof we got LEDs, which we've got pretty well much have the whole road covered. But even then, take it steady, otherwise you'll pay the price. That's what I am. This hour of the morning, your bloody mind plays tricks on you. You see all sorts of crazy shit. Lucky to have any road to drive on after wet season. The boys spent about, probably 10 months fixing the road up after the wet season. Fairly got flogged out. Another good reason not to drive through floodwaters. You just don't know what's underneath there. Could be nothing. Typical Kimberley fashion, if we can't go bush, we always find something to amuse ourselves with. Picnic on the side of the road, a few beers, can't go wrong. By the time we hit Willair Bridge, the sun was just coming up. We hadn't hit anything, so all bloody good. Well, we smashed out the Ks through to Kununurra, about 1,000 Ks from Broome, maybe a bit more. We were pretty buggered, so we decided to grab a cabin and just chill out by the pool for the rest of the evening. Got there about 3 o'clock, I think it was something like that. A few beers, gave the dog a run, and get ready to head out to the lake tomorrow. The drive up to Lake Argyle is pretty specky, nice windy roads. We got to Spillway Creek. Not much water in it from the last time I was there. I was up there with my old mate Bull and the water was just absolutely cranking. But at the moment it's just a little pissy dribble. Here's the spillway, Lake Argyle. Whoa. Gonna have to bring the boat down here. Couple of tyre tubes, you'd have a fat time. People right down there, they're swimming. Yeah. Well, the plan was when we got to Lake Argyle Park was to set up camp, get the boat ready for the morning, go and have a talk to Charlie up at the shop to organise a a lift down to the boat ramp and see whether we could leave the car out the back of the caravan park. Go for a swim, get up early in the morning and hit the water. Sweet. Everything went pretty sweet in the morning. Dropped the car off, pumped up the canoe, which we're going to use as like a trailer. We had fuel, esky, bits and pieces, and then mosey on over to Spillway Creek, where hopefully we're going to score some sooty grunters for lunch. Well, we rocked into Spillway Creek entrance, seen some sooty grunters, but all I really hooked up was these long tom looking things. These are the ones I was after, models like this one. Oh well. Well, after bumming around for a few hours, we found a nice campsite with a decent swimming hole. So we got the fire going, got ready for the evening, cooked up some tea, seen a couple of little crocs that were hanging around, but they were no problem. They didn't mind us swimming with us. We didn't mind swimming with them. All good. Sharing, sharing. He's coming for you, Rent. Well, it was an awesome evening. We laid the swag out in the boat, looking at the stars and peaceful as. Just driving around out on the lake, if you turn the motor off and all the noise, it was just silent. Absolutely awesome. We had a bit of an idea where we were going, but not really. I suppose if you don't know where you're going, you can't get lost, eh?
Pretty nice out here.
How good's this? Well, we loitered around the lake all afternoon. We tried to get right over the other side up into a creek that went into the Northern Territory side, but the water level was too low. There was sticks and shit everywhere, so we just stopped every now and then for a swim and cracked a few beers and started to look for a campsite for the evening. Drinking and driving, eh, mate? Dodgy. So late in the afternoon, we're pretty relaxed. So Ross and Kimmy, if you're watching, be warned, your mum's pretty relaxed. We all were. This is why we live in this awesome country. Well, we found a campsite, got the fire going, had a few swims, got tea ready, and as usual, a couple more beers. Me and my new crew member went for a bit of a flick, stuck on some good lures, we thought, but all we ended up scoring was caddies. Oh well. Revolver Creek, my old mate Bull and I went up there when it was in flood and we could get right up, it was awesome. Well, it was getting about lunchtime, we were getting pretty starved and there was ducks just everywhere. So we thought we'd grab one and take back to camp and cook it up some fancy way. Well, ducks are a fair way away because of the water level was so low. So I had to shoot them with the bloody 30-30. A little bit overpowered, don't you reckon?
Our camp tonight. Pretty cool.
Well, we done that duck and we stuck it in some chicken shit stuff. Anyway, it smelt pretty bloody good. Did a few noodles, had a few cold beers. Albie was loving the smell of the duck cooking.
Storms out in distance and fires. Look at that. Fresh water.
Well, the duck came out awesome. So I was feeling in a bit of a chefy type mood, so we cooked up a damper. Then I went fishing and we caught nothing but caddies, but we put that in that shake and bake shit as well and they came out sweet. A few beers, always a few beers. It was grouse not have to worry about tides. You could just sit there all day, just wallowing in the water, having a fat time. Brandon and I chose this little cove. So there were storms all around and we thought we'd be pretty safe in here out of the wind. Little did we know we were about to get bloody smashed by the storm from hell. No shit, I reckon the waves in this little bay were about 1 metre. We had to stick out another pick just to stop the boat from dragging across to the other side. And well, the storm hit us. Of course, in the bloody mayhem, none of us managed to pick up the camera so we could show you what was going on. We were just hanging on. Well, as quick as it came, it left, and the rest of the evening was pretty sweet. Well, we got up in the morning, had some brekkie, packed up and moseyed on, just kept on looking around the lake. Everything was pretty wet, so we decided after 3 nights out on the lake that we'd head back to Lake Argyle and swim in the pool and relax and get ready to head down to Kununurra. Well, a big thanks to Charlie and all the girls for looking after the car and dropping us off down at the boat ramp. We really appreciate it. It was fantastic. We had a great time. Well, we got into Cunners just in time for a big storm. We shot into the shop and got a few supplies and a bit of ice, and then we're heading down to the bottom of the Ord. No doubt that rain was going to make the track a bit greasy.
Staring back at me.
Hey old mate, put the lockers in.
thought you had another thing coming. Did the same damn thing.
Well, we bunged the boat in, set up camp. All the bush was wet from the rain. Everything just smelt fresh and beautiful.
We got a long way to go.
Had a unusually high tide way up the river here. Wasn't expecting it. Now the bloody boat's high and dry. I'm probably gonna have to bring the car down to here. See if we can winch it back out into the water. Otherwise it's not going fishing. It shall suck.
AU mob don't say anything, but they haven't untied it from the tree. Hey, you pair of ass clowns. Probably be easy to winch if you undo it from the tree, eh? Ren, I hope you're doing that multi-skilling shit that you're good at, filming and looking out for lizards. Well, after that little exercise was conquered, the plan was head down the river towards Wyndham, about 55k, hopefully get down around the salt area down there where we could pick up some decent sized barras. Models pretty much like these ones, hopefully.
Jump on board, roll like a freight train, clap your hands, stomp your feet, boogie on down to the redneck backbeat. Slow down, it's a hillbilly hoedown. Light up, we can go all night now. Come on, y'all, ain't no joke. Watch the world go up in smoke. Ah, watch 'em now.
My old mate, the fishing guide, wasn't looking after us today. We got a few rats and had a good time and seen some good scenery, so we decided to pull into a little bay and have some lunch. No swimming. Our new crew member, Albie, got a lot to learn around the water. Every time we turned our back, he was near the water. Crocs everywhere. After lunch we went for a bit more of a flick. Then we heard this big commotion and turned around, and this crocodile's got hold of this cow. Just fairly going for it, but he managed to escape. So we went over and checked it out. Look at his back leg, there's claret pouring out everywhere, and his snout, it's in the water. Rennie ended up turning the bloody camera off. She was freaking out a bit.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, we stayed there for about 3 days. No luck, nothing but rats. If you don't know what rats are, they're just like little barras, not size. That was good fun. So then it was time to head back to Kununurra, where we're going to have a bit of a play around there, get some supplies. On the way out, we spotted these little fruits. Don't know what they are. Well, we're back in Cunners. We're going to stay a couple of days at Caravan Park, just down by the lake. We put the boat in. Sure enough, bloody storm came in as soon as we got there. Absolute piss down. There was a guy camped in a tent in a low-lying part of the park. And in the morning, it was had ankle deep water all around him. Would have been a shit night sleeping that night for him. We were alright though, it was good. Well, the storm cleared up, made for a beautiful night, beautiful sunsets. All the bats came out, as you'll see in a minute. I stuck the boat in the lake and went cruising around and had a few beers. Yeah, it was pretty good.
About o'clock. How many can you count?
Well, we got this big massive storm early that morning. Had about 66 mils apparently. So that was going to make the road down to Wyndham, the back way we're going to, a little bit interesting. There's a couple of waterfalls along the way we might check out. Hopefully they'll be flowing. No doubt after all that rain, they should be pretty sweet. We'll go and check them out.
Out of this one horse town. Yeah, this one horse town. Oh yeah.
Here we are, Black Rock Falls, just out of Kununurra. Had 66 mils of rain last night. Getting this fella here going. Pretty cool. Hey Ren, you reckon you could walk across there and get some sweet footage? That'd be good. Oh, hang on. No, it might be full of bloody lizards. The river's only just down there.
Bit of a creek crossing.
You didn't walk across there, old mate. It was a bit bloody deeper than I thought. Strange thing we've seen on all the river crossings with all these freshwater crabs. Pretty trippy. There's bloody water everywhere. As long as you stayed in the centre of the track, it was pretty sweet. The sides were really, really soft. You would have disappeared in there for sure. too wet out there for them. They didn't like it.
Turning on dirt and goosey. Everybody turning.
Well, we were just about into Wyndham, back out on the bitumen. Rennie looked it up, and turns out that the Kununurra track was bloody closed due to a death a few weeks prior, so we had to go back out onto the road down to the Pentecost on the bitumen, which sucks.
Father Jenny, crank the band. Red rock on the river sand. Reaching out across this land. You can hear it.
We got to the Pentecost, we thought it was going to be heaps of water in it. But when we got there, it was hardly anything at all. Actually, it was really dusty all along the road on the way there. So they haven't had any rain over this side at all. Anyway, we drove up to the top of the hill. There's a big lookout up overlooking the Pentecost, and we made camp there for the night. Had a bit of a dry out and got a fire going, a good feed, and a few beers, of course.
Everybody turning on dirt and goosey. Take me down red dirt back road down the track. Let me hear that banjo. Oh, take me down. Let me hear now. Take me down red dirt back road down the track. Let me hear that banjo. Oh, take me down, take me down. We're gonna get high, way out back on the beat.
Couple of quiet beers. So big storms last night. Down the Gibb. We're sitting up on top of some lookout overlooking the Pentecost River. The Home Valley Station below us, El Questro's below us.
That's not me. I really drink from the bottle, but I'll smoke a little.
Well, it was a great night. Had a good sleep, no rain. Got up in the morning and headed off down the dusty old track. Dusty as a bloody Arab stone over this side.
Road and a country boy is all I'll ever be. Now it's been 12 years since I sold my soul to the devil in LA. He said, sign your name here on the dotted line, and your songs they all will play. He set up shop on Sunset. He put me up at the marquee. He said,
You wanna sell 1,000,000 records, boy? You better listen to me.
he said,
Change your style, whiten your smile. You could lose a couple of pounds. If you wanna live this life, you better lose that.
We had this cool tarp made up for the boat some time back. Keeps all the shit out, dust free, mud free. Highly recommend if you're going to do a trip like this to cover everything up, otherwise everything just turns to shit inside the boat. Also protects the boat from stone chips and scratching and all that sort of stuff. Got to look after that paint, eh? Sweet. Only 14 million corrugations to go and we're back on the blacktop. I know where I'd rather be. If you're going to cruise around out here, I highly recommend you upgrade your suspension. The one on the right's Old Man Emu, Tough Dogs on the left. I know which one I'm fitting. Even got them on the boat trailer. Can't go wrong.
was the color.
We're running 35-inch tyres on this rig, so the pressures we got 20 in the front, 30 in the rear, and 20 on the trailer tyre. Makes these corrugations a little bit more softer and looks after Wren's kids, most important. Well, if you're heading up through Broomtown, you're cruising up the Gibb, go and see this bloke. He goes alright apparently. Shady looking. But he'll sort your trailer out and get it ready for those corrugations. Well, we're going to go and make camp down by the May River, but it's bloody hot and it was all dry and there wasn't any swimming. So we thought we'd cruise on through to Willair and pop in there and stay the night and have a feed and a swim and get up in the morning and mosey on back to the big Broomtown. Well, we rolled the big rig into Willair, made camp in the campground with the cows all around us. Had a beautiful swim and a shower and went over for tea and had these massive big steaks. They were awesome.
I love my family. I love the way it is now. And anybody that tries to change it has to come through.
Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope it was alright. We did, what did we do? Couple thousand Ks with the car. Just shy of 300 Ks in the boat. Not that great a fishing, but I suppose it's not everything, is it? Bullshit. Nah, we had a great time. Look forward to the next time we do it again. Alright, I'll catch you all up.
I'm going where the water tastes like wine. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. We can jump in the water, stay drunk all the time. Gonna leave this city, got to get away. Gonna leave this city, got to get away. All the fussing and fighting, and you know I sure can't stay. The baby pack and leave the truck, you know you got to stay. And just exactly where we're gonna get stay. But we might even leave the USA. It's a brand new game that I just want to play. I know you see me running, all screaming and crying, cause you've got a homeland and I've got mine. Babe, don't you wanna go? I'm going up the country, babe, don't you wanna go? Take you someplace I've never been before. I'm going where water tastes like wine. I'm going where the water tastes like wine. Then jump in the water, stay drunk all the time. Gonna leave this city, got to get away. Oh, leave this city, got to get away. All this fussing and fighting, and no, I sure can't stay. The baby pack and leave the truck, you know you got to stay. And just exactly where we're going, can't say right. We might even leave the USA. It's a brand new game that I just want to play. I know you see me running, all screaming and crying, cause you've got a whole man and I've got mine.